What's happening? Good morning. It's Rob again on the OCV channel, Old City Vlog channel, and back with update 5 on what was Hurricane Ian. Now it is Tropical Storm Ian. Yeah, over the night, windy, rainy here in St. Augustine, nowhere near as bad as it could have been. Let's see what the wind is doing currently right now here in St. Augustine. It was, let's see, on the Surf Station website, the real-time wind right now, 34 miles an hour, gusts to 48 in the last 10 minutes. A little bit ago, about 20, 30 minutes ago, there was a gust of 55 that was showing, and I'm sure there's been a few higher ones throughout the evening, late early morning, I should say. But yeah, still real gusty. It's raining off and on here. My whole front yard is flooded because I'm the lucky one with the lowest lot on the entire street. But yeah, I mean, nowhere near as bad as it could have been. We had Irma that came through a few years ago. Yeah, my whole entire front yard was completely flooded. It was about a foot or two away from my garage door. Nowhere near that bad right now. The power did go out last night for just a few minutes. It flickered a bunch. Went off sometime during the early morning after I went to bed, and came back on momentarily. So haven't really lost power here. However, there is a lot of people that have all through St. Augustine. Bunch of, like I said yesterday, there's a bunch of flooding downtown St. Augustine. Again, nowhere near as bad as it could have been. That's for sure. Where I drove through yesterday, and I showed on that video, this is downtown by the Bridge of Lions. It wasn't bad early, but then we got a high tide that, pushes more water in as the storm is moving off the coast now. And it's entering the Atlantic Ocean now. And it has caused a little bit of flooding here in St. Augustine. Again, nowhere near as bad as some other times that we've had. But again, where I drove through yesterday, downtown St. Augustine, it is flooded there for sure. So, I pretty much knew that was going to happen because it doesn't take much to flood downtown St. Augustine. But I'll say it again, nowhere near as bad as it could be. So, what's the storm doing right now? Let's take a look at this. This is the 8 a.m. update. It has now been reduced to a tropical storm. Currently winds 65 miles an hour, movement northeast, still at only 8 miles an hour. So again, it's just kind of creeping along. Barometric pressure is 987 millibars, location 40 miles east of Orlando, Florida. So, it's just going to be moving off the coast here into the Atlantic. Once it gets in the Atlantic, I don't know what the predictions are, but, I think once it gets into the Atlantic, it's going to try to become a hurricane again. Once it hits 74 miles an hour, it's a hurricane, a Category 1 hurricane. So I expect that to happen. I don't see anything that would stop it from happening unless, it just all of a sudden took a turn to the left and went, stayed half on land, half in the water, maybe. I don't know. I don't see that happening either. But go to the radar screen here and take a look at that. But yeah, like I say, it has been brought down to a tropical storm, which, we pretty much knew it was going to do that once it got over, land, once it started getting into Florida. So there is the current storm radar. Let's put it into motion, and you can kind of see where it's going off. It is blow it up a little bit here. South of Daytona Beach, kind of right around, the Cape right there, pretty much. Um, it was wreaking havoc at the Kennedy Space Center all through the evening. But yeah, there is the current track of now tropical storm Ian. And you can see over here, through the night. I mean, when it came ashore, went from 120 to 155, category 4, 155, 155, 140, 90, 65. So the winds have come way down, less than or more than half of what they were. But it's getting ready to enter into the Atlantic again. And once it gets out over the ocean, I fully expect it to strengthen. Where it goes from there, they're showing the track here, going off the coast, passing St. Augustine, Jacksonville, and coming in somewhere between Savannah and Charleston. And so somewhere between, Georgia and South Carolina, the coast there. And I expect it to pack a punch by the time it gets there. So guys up north of us, look out, because here she come, or here he comes, I guess. I don't know. But that's the latest on hurricane, or now tropical storm Ian. It's definitely caused some flooding here in St. Augustine. Definitely caused some power outages. There's folks all around me that are without power over on the island, south of here, north of here, parts of downtown. Some boats came loose during the night last night in the bay downtown, and one of them was smacked up against the seawall this morning and getting beat to crap and falling apart. And that's kind of typical stuff that happens even during heavy northeasters and stuff here. But yeah, things could have been a lot worse than they were. So people that are, the storm ain't nothing. Yeah. Look at the West Coast where it came in. Again, tell those people it was nothing. The people that don't have a house left or anything. And the flooding over there is just insanity. It's just bad, bad, bad. It put a wallop on the Gulf Coast of Florida over there. So again, St. Augustine, we lucked out, and it ain't over yet. It's still packing a punch. We still got some decent winds here that are still kicking butt. Let's see what they are before we check out of here. 30 miles an hour. It was 24, jumped to 30. Gust in the last 10 minutes to 53. So yeah, we still got tropical storm winds for sure. It's probably going to come up again before it goes down. So it's a dark, blustery, rainy, windy morning here in St. Augustine. And I was going to go out and cruise around, but probably just going to hang tight, hang by the house here, get some stuff done. Thank God we got power. Could be sitting here with no power. I got a generator, I got gas, I got everything, and I might not even need to use it. But hey, better safe than sorry. I'm getting old, man. I don't want to deal with hassles anymore. So we're blessed here to not have been pounded as hard as we could have been. So, but that's saying that. Ian's not done yet. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on the storm. And I'll get out maybe later on, get some pictures, and throw another video or two up, and probably come back with another update once the storm gets out over the Atlantic and gets to churning away again, which I'm probably sure it's going to happen. So anyway, that's that. That's it. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I'll be back with another update probably later on. And stay safe out there. If you got any lines down or anything like that, there's some havoc all through the town here. So be careful. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.